Hello, and welcome to Module 3. Last week, Module 2 looked at the definition of health literacy. This week, we're actually going to move on to look at national efforts to improve health literacy. The learning outcomes for this week will allow you to explain how various national campaigns and policies have tried to improve health literacy. Next, you will examine relevant best practices and evidence-based interventions that have improved health literacy. Now, your readings this week are going to be really interesting. First, in the Helen Osborne text, you're going to focus on Chapter 27 to understand organizational efforts aimed at health literacy, and those will have been enacted at the community, state, and also on national levels. Then you're going to turn your attention to 5 web-based readings, and these are actually going to let you look in real time at some of the current health literacy campaigns that are taking place and have taken place in this country. Now, as we look at your assignments, always remember to focus on your readings as you do the discussion board and any assignments for the given week. So your discussion board is actually going to take you to a video on Healthy People 2020. And then you're going to actually talk about how national health literacy campaigns and policies from the readings, and also that you've learned from watching the Healthy People 2020 video, how are those policies supporting Healthy People 2020? We're going to ask you to focus in on a particular aspect of one health literacy campaign or policy and discuss how it's actually driving improvements in health literacy for populations. Let me give you a brief background on Healthy People. This is actually a 3-decade-old intervention, and it's totally science-based. There are 10-year national objectives, and the purpose is to improve the health of all Americans. There are benchmarks that are monitored, and progress is looked at over time in order to accomplish 3 main goals. First, it's to encourage collaborations across communities, across many different sectors. Then, Healthy People 2020 looks to empower individuals towards making informed health decisions. Lastly, the campaign measures the impact of these prevention activities. For anyone working in public health, learning in public health, Healthy People 2020 is the thing to know about. There are a multitude of different topics and objectives, and I definitely invite you to explore it more. Now, your assignment this week is actually for you to choose one national health literacy campaign or policy, again, from your readings, and you're going to discuss its strengths in terms of its implementation in 750 words or less. So if I were doing this assignment, say on a campaign not associated with health literacy, but just as a sample to show you, let's say I was looking at the Let's Move initiative. So I would start the assignment by explaining that the initiative was created to solve the challenge of childhood obesity within one generation. The strengths of its implementation is that it combines really comprehensive strategies, but these strategies are common sense so that parents have more helpful information so that they can create healthy environments for their children and that they can support healthy choices. This campaign has put more healthy foods in our schools, and it also has worked to ensure that all families have access to more healthy food, and it's helped kids to become more physically active. Now, going through the assignment, some of the challenges may be how families from different diverse cultures can adapt the suggestions, particularly on the Let's Move initiative, to their various culture. Some of the recipes or some of the activities, the adaptability may be a little challenging for some families. However, these can be overcome, and some of the best practices that are provided on the website can be adapted just by becoming more active and having more healthier lifestyle habits. So if I were going through the assignment, that's the type of scaffold that I would use, again, using the First Lady's Let's Move initiative. Now, I'd like to conclude just by going back to your final project. You're encouraged every week to continue to read through the assignment and work as you go. So last week, you actually chose two key areas of concern that are important in the field of health literacy and that you would work towards improving in your workshop. And you also worked through a definition of health literacy for your training participants. Again, look at the feedback that you received and continue to work on different aspects of your final project so that as you move forward in the course, you can build towards completing your training workshop. Have a great week.